This looks like it's at Puffer Lake to me.
Mammoth Mountain.
Okay.
That's where it was, according to the script here. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's Lake. We're on our way to Yellowstone. Our trip to Yellowstone was in 1967. And we stayed the first night up there in Mammoth Mountain by this St. George, or Lake George. That's what that is.
Okay.
It was pretty up in that area. That's the Nevada Capitol building. Not a very attractive one.
And the Idaho Falls Temple.
That's right. Well, we went past there, stopped to see that.
And there's Idaho Falls. They're kind of pretty. They're not really giant falls, but they're kind of pretty. This is the swinging bridge we went across. You kids remember that? Can't do that anymore.
Well, when we were there last year, that bridge was gone. We walked down to the park to see it, and it was gone. And here we are at the west entrance to Yellowstone Park. Ready to go in. And this first part is Geyser Basin. Quite a few pictures here of the geysers. They don't mean much in pictures, just a lot of steam.
They were pretty and fun, though.
It might be at Old Faithful now. No, maybe not.
We hiked to a lot of them.
Here should be Old Faithful. Yeah, here's Old Faithful. There's another picture of Old Faithful. And a third picture of Old Faithful.
But this is one of the streets.
Now we're going up to Mammoth area, to the Mammoth Springs area. And we had some company along the way. We saw, I think we said about 40 bears during our stay up there, if I remember right. We saw a lot of them. This is a Mammoth Basin. Again, the color as it really is in the photos.
Yellowstone?
This is just like ice, almost. It looks like ice. It's just some kind of formation.
This is all deer horns.
All deer horns. A big stack of them there at the headquarters. Somebody on this side. There's a waterfall.
There's the bear.
Now the next
We used to see quite a few bears. You don't see them up there anymore.
There's a petrified redwood tree. You see redwoods up there, and that's a petrified redwood tree. There's Tower Falls. The next picture is my favorite. Hope it comes out here. That's a bear looking in the car window.
And I can't say Mother was real thrilled.
We put a piece of bread out on the outer edge and rolled the window up, and that bear came and looked and laid his front arm on the window and looked in. And let's see how much we had. But that's how close he was. Mother was sitting there right there, just loving every minute of it.
And just ready for Daddy to leave.
And this is the
gorge there in Yellowstone.
Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, they call this part here. Now there's a geyser of some sort. We're in Morris Geyser Basin here.
I think Kent's running away from the geyser. Or to catch up with the others, I guess.
Looks like he almost missed us on. Anyway, if we saw any form of steam come out of the ground, we went to it, and during our visit there in the park, we drove 500 miles just in the park to see all this steam and stuff. And where are we?
Where's
the steamboat? This is Steamboat Geyser, I believe. Another bear. Now we are at the lower falls. 308-foot drop. That's a pretty good waterfall. 70 feet wide, and the water goes 308 feet down. And that was pretty country too. That's the foam from the water going over the top. There we're standing looking down at it.
Quite a roar it made.
There's
Down in that canyon, it's beautiful.
the upper
Yep.
falls, 109 feet over some lava. I think we saw that at a distance. Another one. It was very pretty. It's very pretty. There's an elk we saw. If you remember, we kind of walked along behind him as he went grazing through there, a big elk. There you go, following him. Gotta let Kent follow too.
Earthquake Lake, I remember
Lake
this.
Hebgen. They had a big earthquake just a year or so before this, where a whole mountain came down and dammed the river. And I think you remember you'd seen that mountain, just bare of trees and everything, and it caught some campers. So it was quite interesting to be there. There's everybody. This is that on the dam, looking back at the river. It was dammed up there. That's the part that fell. That whole mountain slide just slid into the river and just filled that whole area up.
Some more of the geysers at Yellowstone. Quite a field of them there.
Oh, there's the slippage of the earth too. That's the rhythm's out of place. I gotta head off, thank you.
And this is
This is still
one of the rocks that came down. This is still of the earthquake area.
They were on
Now
the way
we're
out
back
there.
in
A couple of bears.
leaving.
Fishing bridge. Everybody stands there and gets their lines tangled up together. I don't know if we tried to fish there or not. You can see the fish. They just weren't biting. Back in the background there in the middle were two moose that we watched. This is near the fishing bridge. We're near the south entrance to the canyon, and we watched those moose wander through there. Now we're going into the Tetons. Oh, there's another picture of the moose, a little closer. The back end of the moose. Or do we say meese? The Black Cauldron.
It's a geyser that shoots out every while.
There's our rig.
We had borrowed this trailer from a friend of Dad's to take with us, and it was sure nice to have.
Now this is a picture of the Tetons. It looks like a moose out there. Fields of flowers. These are commercial pictures. There's Jenny Lake in the Tetons.
Isn't that beautiful?
There's boats in
All
the
the
Jenny Lake
snow up
and
on those
the
steep
mountains.
cliffs.
That's a really neat picture in the slide part of it. Very pretty country.
Another view of it. It's pretty when there's lots of wildflowers out there.
Logan Temple.
The temple grounds. You keep touring the temple grounds there.
Floating on the Great Salt Lake. Yeah, I don't know if you can do that anymore since it flooded and got so big. This is 67.
Probably doesn't have enough salt in it anymore. I heard from someone.
You let you grandkids look at that and realize that your parents were out there just floating around the lake. Tell them to take you to Salt Lake and do that sometime. That was fun. That was really neat to be there. There's a little closer view of it.
It's a good view of it, I bet.
I think Toddy's lifted his foot up there. Grandpa and Grandma Nuttall on their 50th wedding anniversary. We had a little thing there at the church in Zelma's ward in Salt Lake, and this is Zelma's older house in Salt Lake. We all stayed in the back. We did get a lot of good pictures, though, of the family at this time on slides. There's Wayne's family. And Uncle Ray. And then the backyard feedlot.
The back of Zelma's house. Here on the bench is Reed and Kent.
Yeah. That's great.
And
You're across
Wayne
there.
At the end.
Bob is standing up there.
And there's Thrim.
Recognize the other right from there. I think the next one is a brief view of the other side. So we had quite a gathering there. The family, his mother and dad on the back side.
It was a lot of fun. We made a lot of the root beer with the dry ice and just had all kinds of food there. It was fun.
There's another one. Julian and Becky together there. Grandma and Grandpa up by the tent. Wayne. Looks like Bob's passing out more corn. There's Uncle Ray. So it was a nice reunion for the family to be together. And Neva's trailer. Reed going down the corn, I think. Well,
Calico Ghost Town.
must have gone back to Calico again on the way home.
And there are all of you kids, Reed, Shalene, Kent, Craig, and Todd. Shalene out by the side of the house, the front side.
What is that?
Making taffy.
Jalene's group was making taffy.
Making taffy.
Now that was a Hill girl. And here was the dentist. What was?
Think of her name.
Oh, there's a Boyle girl.
There's
Let me go this way
the
now.
Boyle girl and
this
Suzanne
is Suzanne.
behind us. So that's fun.
So Janine
All
over
your
here.
friends over, and we were having a taffy pull.
Janine will enjoy this one.
It's nice and sticky.
There
Here's
we are
another
again.
shot of them.
Got a boy in there. Looks like
Where?
right here.
No.
Now where are we?
Well, we
Well,
have
there's
Craig, Grandma there.
Grandma Woodardson and a watermelon.
And that's me and Dad and Todd and oh, that's Will
Yeah,
on
that's William.
Craig's lap.
Let me
that's
see.
in place.
Okay, we were picnicking with Gramps Willardson. That's what it is.
Just having a picnic.
But I don't see him. This may be one of his pictures. And we have a birthday. Another gun. That's your BB gun, isn't it, Craig? Matchbox. And another
Car container.
So, Craig became 7. There's Wild Bill Hiccup in person.
And there's that's yours.
No, he's just playing out of the picture. Cut him off a little bit. Oh boy.
That's up in the mountains.
Yeah, that's a picnic in the mountains.
Okay, here's a Christmas scene again. And it looks like this is at Uncle Ray and Annie Lane's house. You all ducked out in your nativity costumes.
Your parents can show your kids who you are.
Oh, there's Reed and Jolene, and up
Shauna.
above is Shauna, and let's see, over at the
Craig
side
and Todd
here
there,
is
isn't it?
Kent and Craig, and it'd be Curtis and
Curtis. Yeah. Oh my goodness! I thought I put them in right. Well, we'll just have a gingerbread cabin outside. And Jolene still gets her stockings.
This is at home in the front room. Our house.
That's a better Christmas picture.
This is our Christmas right here. Like everybody's getting into their things, checking things through. And it's our Christmas tree. Looks like you need to show the top.
And that ends.